All right, what's up, worldwide family? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining. In case you didn't know, I go by Jimmy Flippin' Deals. So if you don't know, now you know. And where are we at? This is, if you're new to the channel, welcome. First of all, to a vlog about my life as a part-time reseller that holds down a full-time job. Held, I don't know. Anyway, that's up in the air. If you're curious about that, check out the last couple of videos. I have been needing to take some time off of work permanently, pretty well, and I've thought about going part-time. Now, when I did that, when I told them, because of everything that's going on, and I won't go into everything, but some of it, a lot of it is business. Business is booming. For the most part, minus the last few days. But yeah, I am experiencing my best month, best 30 days of 2023. So super stoked about that. I know overall, despite maybe a possible, hopefully not possible, summer slowdown, short of that, this is going to be a phenomenal year. Numbers are already exponentially up. Which brings me back to I attempted to go part-time. I have 3 weeks of vacation at the time that I decided and gave notice. I had almost a full week of sick time as well. So 4 weeks of time. And when I started to talk about going part-time and stepping out of a leadership level, they started talking about, no, and at first they said yes, and then they said no. And then they said, things like, well, your vacation time, you really got to work your schedule and schedule off, when I need the time off now. Not only for the business, but I've got some other things going in life that require more of my attention. So, at any rate, and that'll bring me to where I'm going, they start getting tacky about the vacation, about the sick time. I said, well, I could leave. And they said, well, then, like the sick time, you wouldn't get it all, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, on that note, on that particular note, I won't quit, but I am going to take a day off and another day off and another day off, until I was informed today. Whoops, that's uh-oh, we have a Rick. Uh-oh, no bueno. Was informed today that I am out of sick days. Of course, what I heard is you have successfully used all of your sick days. So I've been told that vacation, although it's already earned, is a gray area on whether or not I receive it if I don't give proper notice and yada, 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 yada. So, I've been accused of a lot of things in my life. A lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, I truly have. And some of those I did, and some of those I wish I hadn't. But getting closer to the point is I've been accused of a lot of things. But being slow ain't one of them. So, ultimately, if I have to leave my job without my vacation, then so be it. But there is ways within the legal system that a person gets their vacation. Now, the state of Texas does say, and I live in the state of Texas, by the way, so this applies to me. The state of Texas says that they don't have to give me my vacation time. They don't have to give me my vacation if I separate from the company before using it, right? So, I have to use it before I separate from the company. But in order to use it, I have to be scheduled as such, I would think, until I got to looking, guys. There is another wonderful thing that the federal government did. I don't know if y'all know where I'm going with it. The federal government did for leave for employees of bigger companies, federally protected medical leave of absence, right? whereas you are forced, or you have part-time, or what am I trying to say? You have up to 12 weeks of unpaid time off. Now, different companies have ways of doing that, but during that time, matter of fact, some companies say before you go on federal FMLA, Federal Medical Leave of Absence, that you must first use all of your paid time. Other ones say that you are forced to use that paid time during that time frame, during that 3 months. I'm fixing to sneeze. Either way, during that time, you get to use your vacation time. The same vacation time. They're like, well, it's a gray area. We don't know if we can give it to you. You have to use it either before the FMLA starts or during the FMLA, because both of those are before a separation. So now they say, well, they came at me and they said, well, with FMLA, you have to schedule it off, and you have to, and there's criteria to meet. But anyway, you have to schedule it off. You have to wait for the schedule to come up, and then you take FMLA. FMLA. Yeah, that's a tongue twister for some reason. Anyway, short of that, there are stipulations for foreseeable conditions under the federal guidelines that say you do have to schedule it, and it does have to be approved before you can take it, and yada, 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 for foreseeable circumstances. However, the opposite side of foreseeable is unforeseeable, and unforeseeable circumstances allow for a immediate retroactive time off. That's not a separation with the company. That's allowed up to 3 months, excuse me. And meanwhile, you can either, and I still have to find out, but you can either take your vacation time before it and then FMLA starts, or you can take it during it. Either way works for me because it's before the separation. Not to mention, guys, if my business goes belly up, if for some reason it just stops, like for the last couple of days I've been out of the spotlight, so to speak, on eBay and Amazon and Posh and Mercari, like that nothing was happening. My last video was, my job's up in the air, and my eBay business is slowing down, like now's not the time, right? Anyway, out of the spotlight. So it really had me, and I get anxious, maybe more so than other people, but it was making me anxious. Like, basically I have just separated, pre-separated, but from my job, and now my business is tanking. I mean, like, what do? I got like real bills. They're not big bills, they're conservative, but they're real bills, like mortgage and everything, not a car payment, because this thing's paid for. It ain't pretty, but boy, it just goes. Anyways, I have real bills, and now's not the time for it to be dying. So it made me anxious, and I have a decent nest egg. I do, just in case. But nevertheless, FMLA allows me to evaluate this thing over the next 3 months, and at any point in there, while dealing with the legitimate family issues, while dealing with that at any point, if I deem it necessary or appropriate to come back anytime within those 3 months, not only can I keep my position, my full-time status, my leadership status, and my pay status. So I think that's a very, very safe way to take care of my family, and then take care of all this other stuff. So I hope y'all got a kick out of this. I know I'm getting a kick out of this. I don't know if it's going to work 100% the way that I'm thinking it will. I really, really hope it does. I'm pretty decent at reading legal text. I think I know what's going on. But I've been asked, I was asked today, they said, hey, you're out of time. Are you coming back tomorrow? And I said, although I understand based on this FMLA that it is not conventional, is it possible, already knowing the answer, is it possible to use my vacation time? And I think she really just didn't want to answer. And she asked me to come back, or to call back and talk to my big boss tomorrow. Now, as my big boss, I would think if I were him, my position would either be to get me A, back to work, handle whatever issue got me away from work, or B, get me to quit so they can fill that position. Either one of those, I think, would be a good tactic for him at the moment. However, as a safeguard, I think I'm going to shoot my shot from this point on exactly in the direction that I'm going, because having my job available to me 3 months down the road doesn't sound bad. So I will let you know tomorrow how that works. Y'all let me know in the comments section. Whatever y'all think about this, good, bad, or indifferent, let me have it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.